I noticed that most of the time, single people go into marriage, go into courtship, and they are not talking about vital things. They are not talking about important things. You know, they can spend 3 hours, 4 hours talking with each other during courtship and relationship, and nobody's talking about important things. You're not asking important questions. You don't ask the person, what is your attitude towards money? Money is a big deal in marriage. All right, there are important things to discuss before you get married. You see, somebody told me this, and it really, really helped me. When I was a single man, um, an elder in my church called me and he told me, before you get married, have this conversation with the lady you are going to marry. you know, he said, have conversation about money, how you're going to spend your money, how you're going to save money, and document it. Have an agreement and document it, right? How you're going to help people, everything about money. Have that conversation and document it. Have a structure on money. Excuse me. Have a structure on money and document it. Don't assume that there will be no issues on money. Don't ever assume that. Have that conversation, discuss it, and document it. This is very, very important. And sometimes I notice that people jump into marriage and they don't have conversation about sex life. They don't have conversation about money. They don't have conversation about the church they are going to belong to, about their faith, about their spiritual life. There are core areas that you must discuss and document. You put structures down, all right? Before you get married, the both of you should sit down, have conversation, and document what you discussed on every issue, right? Issue discussion about phone, usage of phone, discussion about friends, how to relate with friends, about in-laws, how to deal with in-laws, about career, how to handle career, about everything. Discuss everything before you get married and document it. I say discuss and document and sign. Everybody should sign because this will help you. All right. So I just want to put out this video, share it with somebody. And if you're married already, it's not late to have these conversations. Sit down with your spouse in any area of your challenge and have conversation on it. Open the Bible. What did the Bible say about this? Have the conversation, all right? So that you are not arguing. It's a conversation because the Bible is involved. Pray before you have that conversation and use the scripture. What did God say about it? About sex, about money, about dealing with friends, dealing with in-laws, the church, your spiritual life, your career, your health, everything. Document it. Have an agreement. How many children do you want? How do you raise your children? Where do you raise your children? Document these things about savings, about investment. Document your agreement and sign it. Pray over them and sign. This helped me a lot and it's helping me in my marriage. Before my wife joined me, we sat down, we had a conversation, extensive conversation, long conversation. Prayerfully, we agreed on every issue, on every aspect of life, and we documented it prayerfully. We agreed on it, and we have peace. We are enjoying peace in our marriage by God's grace. So I want to encourage both you, as whether you are single or you are newly married or you've been in marriage for quite a long time, and you've not had conversations concerning these areas of life. It's not late. Sit down and have that conversation. Some of you are having issues in your marriage because of phone, because there's no conversation about phone, the usage of phone. All right. Let me give you an example. Before we got married, we made an agreement that we will share all our passwords. So my wife has all my password for my phone, Facebook, email, Instagram, every password, she has it. All right. And I have all our passwords. We have an agreement about money that we will run the same account, period. It's our money. It's not my money. It's not her money. It's our money. Now, I put it to you that every disagreement, every conflict, every misunderstanding, every argument in marriage is the absence of discussion. If you have this discussion, there will be no fight. There will be no quarrel. There will be no suspicion. And you do it prayerfully and in a loving atmosphere, and you document it, and everybody will sign. It's an agreement. The Bible said in Amos 3 verse 3, two cannot work together except they be agreed. And the Bible also said, whatever two of you shall agree as touching one thing on the earth, it shall be done for you by my Father in heaven. So you need to sit down and agree. How many children do we want? Where do we need to live as a couple to raise our children? How much are we going to be saving monthly? When are we buying our own home? Which church do we belong to? What department do we belong to in church? How do we help the helpless? How do we extend help to the in-laws? How do we relate to in-laws? Do we keep secrets from in-laws? To what extent? See, you have to have conversations, usage of phones, even time for TV. You should have these conversations, because I've seen so many families where TV is on 24 hours. That's irresponsibility. A home where TV is on 24 hours. Children don't even have time to do their homework. They are watching games and playing games and watching movies. So you need to have these conversations. You put structures down, the values that will run your family, the type of structures and rules that will run your home, and everybody will abide by it. Everybody, even the father, the husband, the head of the family, everybody will abide by it. You share roles in the family. Who is cleaning the house? Who is cooking? Who is removing the trash? Who is buying water? Who is servicing the car? Who is paying the bills? Yes, it's your money. There is financial transparency. Yes, but who is handling that money to, who is more careful with money, more disciplined with money, to be trusted with finance, to handle it? So you got to have these conversations about sex. You need to discuss sex, especially church people. It's only in church that we don't teach people about sex. And that is why our children, they go to the world and they learn it the wrong way, because we are not teaching it. So they go to internet, they learn it, they watch pornography, they learn it the wrong way. So let's have these conversations before you get married. Discuss sex. What is your attitude about sex? Okay, in our marriage, how many times do we have sex in a week? Discuss these things. All right? Very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. Okay? All right. God bless you. Share this video with somebody, especially those of you living abroad. Have this conversation about money. I've seen money tear marriages apart, especially people living in the Western world, because you are trying to impress your family in Nigeria. The husband has siblings. He wants to take care of his siblings. The wife, you have your own siblings. You want to take care of your own family. Everybody is trying to take care of their own family. And at the end of the day, you didn't take care of yourself. You are working overtime. You have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, because you are trying to impress your family in Nigeria. You are competing with your spouse who will have more money. And at the end of the day, you destroy your marriage. Have conversations. God bless you.